Amen. Thank you very much. Well done. Thank you. Thank you for being here tonight. We're honored to have all of you here, and thank the men's chorus. What a great job they did. Thank the monks. Very well done. Thank all of you. It's my privilege to take a couple of minutes tonight and tell you just a little bit about the work that's going on for us as Texas Baptists. But before I get to that, I want to acknowledge that my family is here. My wife, Kathleen, our son, John, and our daughter, Rebecca, are here. So would you all stand? These are my prizes are right here. Thank you very much. All right, thank you. Tonight I want to take a couple of minutes and tell you about some things that we have going on that you may or may not be aware of, but I want you to know about them, who they are, and what they're doing. And so I'm just going to kind of run through this and then save the kind of a special new venture that we have to offer for the last. But first I wanted to ask Tom Tillman to come. Last January, Tom joined us as the director of our music and worship for Texas Baptist. We'd gone a little while without anyone really directing and leading that program, and we prayerfully engaged in the search. God would bring us the right person to lead our music and worship for Texas Baptist, and just so happened that I had preached at First Baptist Conroe for a few times while they were without a pastor, and that's where I met Tom. He was their minister of music, and we kind of hit it off, and I might have turned his name into our search committee, and one thing led to another, and sure enough, God led Tom Tillman to come and lead worship and music for Texas Baptist. Tom, step right here. I want them to know who you are. If you need help with music and worship in your church, Tom can help you. That's not too much pressure, is it? All right, thank you very much. Thank you, Tom, for what you do. As you know, Texas is a changing state. It's becoming very diversified, and we could talk about that diversity in a variety of ways. But of course, culture and ethnicity are at the top of the list when you talk about Texas and its diversity. Refugees are a big part of what's happening in Texas, and we have given special attention to a particular refugee population that's very large in Dallas, in the Vickery Meadows area of Dallas. The Lord brought to us a man who came to the United States a number of years ago as a refugee himself from Ukraine. And he came here with little or nothing. Leonid, come on this way. Leonid Regetta came to the U.S., settled in the Pacific Northwest, eventually made his way to Texas. He's now a full-blown Texan, but God led him to us, and with some partnerships with some of our Texas Baptist churches in the refugee center of Dallas, the Vickery Meadows area, Leonid Regetta directs Project Start. We want you to know about that, read about that, look at that, and come help us with Project Start as we help refugees come here, get started, and we do so with kind of an ulterior motive. We want them to know Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior. Leonid Regetta leads that for us, and I want you to know who he is and what he's doing. Thank you, sir. Another part of our ministry that you need to know about is led by Ronnie Espinoli. Ronnie is, Ronnie, I wasn't going to have you say anything, but say something. Tell them where you are from and what you're doing for Texas Baptist.
Assalamu alaikum. Don't worry, you're safe, by the way. Don't worry. My name is Ronnie Spagnoli. I'm originally from Nazareth, Israel. A Palestinian Christian, moved here to Dallas 2011. It's an honor for me to be on staff with the convention to equip Texas Baptist churches to reach out the growing Muslim community that we have in our state, to be mobilized effectively in reaching the immigrants, the refugees, international students. So it's an honor for me to be here on board. Thank you.
If your church is interested in reaching the growing Muslim communities of Texas, you need to know who Ronnie Espinoli is, and he can help your church do that. He's doing great work on our college and university campuses. God brought him to us for such a time as this. Thank you for being here and walking alongside with us. Thank you. Thank you. You already know that one of the things we do as Texas Baptist is we offer conferences. And one of the best conferences we now are offering to our Texas Baptist churches and the associations all across the state is a conference we call Unapologetics. We use that word because we're not apologizing for anything. We're not apologizing for our faith and commitment and belief in Jesus Christ. This is our leader for that. I went blank on your name, Leighton. I thought, Leonid Leighton, who is this? This is Leighton Flowers, and he for years was known as Super Summer. But now Leighton Flowers directs our unapologetic conferences. Take a quick minute and tell them what that is.
Sure. All across the state. Matter of fact, we've got 3 different conferences coming up with Lee Strobel, who you saw here on stage just recently, William Lane Craig, Mark Middleburg, Mike Licona, the top leading apologists around the world coming to your churches. We'll be in Austin. We'll be at Park Cities in Dallas. We'll be down at Corpus Christi. And so there's more information at our booth as well as online. And it's just a way in which you can really remove the hurdles to evangelism. That's what apologetics it really is. It's persuasion, and really the art of persuasion, as even Paul taught us, that we are to bring not only a message to the heart, but a message to the mind, to help people to understand why we believe what we believe. And appealing to the heart is important, but also appealing to the mind and helping people to understand why we believe what we believe.
Thank you very much. I want you to look for those conferences. We've noticed a couple of things about the unapologetic conferences. When we offer those in your area, our attendance goes up and the age of the attendees goes down. This generation that's coming, they want to know, how do I contend for my faith in this culture that is shifting and changing? Leighton Flowers is going to do a great job for us leading those conferences. Please have him come to your church, your association. I can't think of much else that's of greater importance in Texas in today's culture and society than what he's going to direct us in. Thank you very much for doing that. Thank you. And one final thing, we have some guests here, and I'm going to introduce them and have them stand by me and then tell you a little bit about what this is. All the way from Brazil, we have the president of the Brazilian Baptist Convention, Dr. Vanderlei Martins is here. Please come up here and stand by me. And the executive director of the Brazilian Mission Board, Fernando Brandão, is here. Fernando, please come right here as well. Fernando just happens to have a daughter at Dallas Baptist University, so it wasn't hard to get him to come. But step right up here, gentlemen. For years, the Brazilians have been doing mission work all over Brazil and around the world, just like we have. But a few months ago, because of Jair Campos, Jair, come here, please. Jair is on our Texas Baptist staff. He is from Brazil. And through conversations with Jair, he introduced us to these Brazilian Baptists, and we began a conversation about how do we do missions, maybe that's new and different in 2016 and beyond. This is nothing against any way missions is done now, but it's going to take more ways and more people to reach the world for Christ than just what we're doing now. So we began to develop a conversation that led to what we just signed earlier, an official agreement between the Brazilian Baptist Convention and Texas Baptist. It is something called the Missionary Adoption Program. Basically what this is, your church, for an amount of money, $250 a month, $300 a month, something like that, partners with a church in Brazil who provides that same amount of money. So somewhere together, these two churches with $500 to $600 a month support a missionary from Brazil to Brazil. Now, the particular region that we've kind of talked about already is the Amazon region. Now, the reason we've kind of had this conversation about Brazilian Baptists and Texas Baptists coming together to focus on the Amazon region is because there's 147 unreached people groups along the Amazon, 10,000 villages, I think you said. So together, we think we can make a significant difference for the sake of the kingdom in Brazil, along the Amazon, but elsewhere all across the country. These gentlemen are here tonight to say to us, thank you for that partnership. So, one of you stand there and in Brazilian say, thank you for this partnership.
Muito obrigado pelo convênio. Que o Senhor possa abençoá-los. God bless you.
Thank you. Don't leave yet. they done their conference yet? The seminar, the workshop already? I want you to know about this missionary adoption program, MAP. There are brochures, there's information all around and available for you, but we hope you will prayerfully consider how your Sunday school class or your WMU group or your church would consider partnering with a church in Brazil, a church you can get to know, a pastor you can get to know, and a missionary the two of you can support together and make a significant difference in Brazil, in the Amazon, and beyond. And if God blesses this, and I believe that He will, I think there's just a possibility this kind of missionary adoption program can be taken to other countries as well as the Lord leads and the Lord opens up the doors. So we wanted you to meet these two gentlemen who came all the way from Brazil to lead a workshop today and to be here with us tonight. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Jair Campos will help us lead that work on our end, but I wanted you to meet them tonight as they were here. And Texas Baptist, thank you for allowing me the opportunity to serve you. I am humbled by it, giving my best effort every day, every week. It's a chance to engage with our pastors and our churches all around the state. I am humbled by that. But more than anything else, I come away every day, every week, grateful for our pastors and our churches. Kathleen and I are in a different church somewhere almost every Sunday, and it's different every Sunday. But every Sunday, in the midst of all those differences, there's one thing that remains the same. It's the message that's shared. Our pastors are diligently preaching the good news of Jesus Christ to the people of Texas. There's never been a greater time, a greater need for that message, for that gospel to be presented than today. Thank you, churches. Thank you, pastors. You're a blessing. Thank you, Texas Baptist. God bless you.